Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's time to wrap up Happy Hallow-read. So if you don't know, I've spent the last month, the month of October, reading only thriller and horror books and bringing those to you guys in reviews. And I've had a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Now, altogether, I read 10 books in the month of October. 2 of them I didn't even get to make videos for because I had to take that whole wedding break and yada yada yada. I read 10 books and then I reread some short stories by Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft. 3 I think from Poe and 2 I believe from Lovecraft. So I did a lot of reading. The only reread besides Poe and Lovecraft that I did was Dean Koontz' Intensity. The other books that I read, I Am Not a Serial Killer, Brother, A Head Full of Ghosts. I should probably use this hand, huh? A Head Full of Ghosts, The Apartment, Hammers on Bone, 10, and Stranded. The 2 books that I've read that I did not get videos for were Father of Lies by S.E. England and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven by Corey Taylor, subtitled, Or How I Made Peace with the Paranormal and Stigmatized Zealots and Cynics in the Process. For A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven, I just ran out of time. I didn't have time to do it. So briefly, this is a nonfiction book written by Corey Taylor, the lead singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour, and it's about his experiences with the paranormal. Now, I wish that I had gotten a chance to film a video on this because it is hilarious. It is definitely a departure from the other books that I read. It's the only nonfiction that I read, and it is the only one that's meant to be funny as well as informative. The other books were truly meant to be horrific and thrillers. This one, though, I thought would be a really interesting take on some Halloween themed stuff, but it would still be a little bit different. And I failed because I didn't film a video for you guys. However, I do love this book. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Corey Taylor, but I recommend reading it if you are also of the same mind of, is the paranormal true? Is the paranormal false? How do I feel about that? Where does spirituality fit in my life? You know, if you're one of those people that contemplates those questions, this might be a really good book for you to read. Corey Taylor is blunt. It's definitely not for the easily offended. Let's just say that. So I'm not easily offended. And I already like Corey Taylor, so obviously I enjoyed this book. It is all about stuff that I question in my own life all of the time. The other one that I didn't film a video for was Father of Lies by S.E. England. This is a self-published horror novel. And I actually filmed a video on this. I did not get it edited and uploaded. And it wasn't because I ran out of time. It was because my head was a hot mess over this book. I could not articulate what I wanted to say. I could not form cohesive sentences about this book. I didn't like it, and it was confusing, and it was structured in a way that left me lost and confused. Additionally, I didn't even know until I got to the last page that this isn't a standalone. It is a book that requires continuation, and if you want resolution. I'm not about that because it was hard to get through. It was scary. Don't get me wrong, this book was really scary and really creepy, but it had a lot of issues for me. So this by far was my least favorite book that I read throughout the month of October, and I'm not going to continue with the series. I appreciate it for the fright and the chills and the spookiness that it delivered to me, but the rest of it just wasn't structurally sound, if that makes any sense. My favorite book of the month, holy crap, was Brother. I'll figure it out. It was Brother by Anya Alborn. This was the first book that I talked to you guys about. It was a surprise. It was stunning and I loved it, and I still think about it. And people have come to me and said, I bought this book because of you, or holy crap, I read this book and now I have to tell you what I think. And I love that. So not only was it the best read for me, but it was also the most rewarding video that I posted in the response and in the back and forth conversation that I was able to have because of it. So loved this book. Loved it. If I did Happy Hallow-read for no other reason than discovering this book, that's fine. That's great. I'm happy. The second biggest surprise for me was 10 by Gretchen McNeil. I wasn't expecting this to be special. I wasn't expecting this to resonate with me or entertain me, and it did all of the above. So I also highly recommend this. I Am Not a Serial Killer is book one of 5, and so while I haven't yet, thanks to this book, I fully intend to read the other 4, and stay tuned for that. Hopefully it's not years before I get that done and I can share those reading experiences with you guys as well. Also, I have to apologize to you guys because I was running out of time before I left for my vacation, and so when I filmed A Head Full of Ghosts, I posted it and I promised that I would have a discussion about whether or not I thought Marjorie was possessed, and then that I would put that on my blog, and I didn't. That is up now. I have written that. It is up now. It is evidence to whether or not I thought Marjorie was possessed. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, read the book, and then it'll make sense, and then you'll want to tell me whether or not you thought she was possessed. Like I said, I had an amazing time. I connected with a lot of you over the books that I really love, over the kinds of books that I really love. It was a month of dark reads, and I like that. But it was also a test for me. Could I get all this content done, and could I read all these books? And there's piles of books that I wanted to get to for Happy Hallow-read that I didn't get to at all. And I was feeling really bad about that until I sat down and I'm like, I still read 10 books, and I still read 10 books and like 5 or 6 short stories. So it wasn't a complete waste of my time. I realize now that I accomplished more than I thought I did. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this month of content. Happy Halloween, by the way. I love Halloween. I thought about dressing up, but let's be honest, I don't have that kind of... After this Happy Hallow-read month, I feel like I can do anything. Darn it. I can do it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me in the month of October. I hope you guys had a good time, and I really, really, really hope you're having a fabulous Halloween. I love it. Go out, get lots of candy, dress as who you aren't. Okay. I will see you guys all very soon.